So I just finished working out, wasn't feeling it at all, but I did it anyway. And you know why? Because I'm disciplined. Now you might be wondering, why the hell am I telling you about my workout? Well, that's the same thing with a lot of things in life. Sometimes we don't feel like doing it, but we have to show up anyway. And I say this in previous videos, you need to show up for yourself, especially on the days you don't feel like it. I wasn't feeling this workout and I actually felt like shit. Nothing was different about the workout. It's just me mentally. I was not in the mental space to actually do the workout, but I did it anyway on autopilot. This is with any type of thing you do in life. You start off excited, you start off motivated, but then eventually that feeling fades away. But you need to stay motivated in order for you to accomplish or get to that goal. I mean, what other choice do you have? Do you know how many people sit and complain every single day about how miserable they are? How miserable they are at their job, how miserable they are with their life, how miserable they are because they're not getting in shape. But they still choose on a daily basis not to take the necessary actions in order to make a change. And you watching this video right now, you're probably doing the same thing. And I'm here to tell you, today is the day you need to make a contract with yourself, to tell yourself that today is the day you're going to make a complete shift. That is the only way you're going to be able to change your life, if that's what you want. And if you don't, you can keep complaining, but I suggest you don't, because to be honest, nobody really cares. And I don't want to come off as blunt or in a way, actually, you know what? I do. Sometimes people need to hear the truth because sometimes it's painful, but that is the thing they need in order to get them to move. You know, something I learned during my career as a social worker, people only move when the pain gets so uncomfortable that they don't have any other option. I've had different clients who were resisting getting the help they needed until at one point their backs was against the wall and they didn't have any other option. That's when they decided to actually start taking action or allow people to help them. And the majority of us are like this. If you don't have any other option, when the pain becomes so unbearable, that's when you take action. And in your case, that might mean you go to the doctors and you get diagnosed with diabetes, or you get, I don't know, heart problems, whatever. Something needs to happen, apparently, in order for you to get into action mode. But I say, why wait until it's that late? You know, why wait? Why take the risk? You can start today. You are literally every day, you're one decision away from a completely different life. And I've been there. When it came to relationships, when it came to getting in shape, when it came to starting my YouTube channel, instead of wishing, complaining, nagging, I decided to take action. I'm nowhere near where I want to be yet, but the fact that I actually decided to take action is one step into the right direction. You know, another thing, life is way too short. Every single day you hear people dying, you hear people not being able to do the thing they wanted to do because they take their time for granted. Probably my whole YouTube channel is going to be about this topic in one way or another. Stop taking your life for granted. Anything you can do today, you need to try and do it. And I'm saying try because sometimes it might be you get like a flu or anything else that you're not able to actually do the thing. But whatever you can do it today. I'm not telling you to overwork yourself, get into a burnout, but do the thing you know you need to do. You can do. The funny thing is, for example, when people talk about getting in shape or taking any type of action, they make things so freaking complicated. I need to get the right workout. I need to get the right clothing. I need to get the right camera. And I've been there, man. It's all bullshit. It's all procrastination. All it takes is one tiny step into the right direction. Start recording with your phone. Start walking if you're not ever active. Start going to the gym at least once a week. Start taking away one snack that is not good for you until your whole nutrition has changed into something that is, like, let's say 80% healthy and 20% unhealthy, quote unquote. It's not that difficult. Lifting weights is not that difficult. Any moron, not to say that you're a moron or whoever who's lifting, anyone can lift weights. You just gotta start. Build it into your daily life. It has to become a habit, at least 3 times a week. And one thing that I've experienced, you can work out as many times as you want, but if you eat like shit, you will look like shit, no matter what you do in the gym. Of course, you might get some results, but not the thing you want. And that's what demotivates people, because they're like, okay, I'm working out 3-5 times a week, still not getting the results. Why? Because you're not eating the right nutrition. Not only the gym, let's talk about your job. You sit and complain, I don't like my job. I need to make more income. But what do you do after work? What do you do before you go to work? Get up early. I've been getting up earlier lately, let's say 4 o'clock. That's like 3-4 hours before my alarm goes off. and I work out, or I just record a video, or I just edit, or I just do something that moves me into the direction I want to go. And yes, sometimes it's frustrating as fuck because I don't see the results, at least not right away. But I'm planting seeds for in the future. And you need to do the same thing. Otherwise, you're gonna complain, you're gonna turn 60, 80, whatever time we get to retire, and then looking back with a lot of regret. One thing that helped me is to look at the version of me 5 years from now. Would I be content with the life I'm living 5 years from now? If that's a no, I know I need to put in the work, and that counts for you too. If you will not be content with 5 year older version of you, start making the changes today, because everything you do today is going to reflect itself a couple of months and years from now. And I've been there, trust me. And if you are content with a 5 year older version of you, you can click off this video or stay around, whatever. But my point is, if you know you're not going to be satisfied, start making the changes today. Small changes daily will compound. And I'm not saying small because I want you to take it slow, but I'm saying small because a lot of people cannot handle a drastic change. But you don't need a drastic change. All you need is change. The thing is that change doesn't come when everything is easy. Change comes when you stop negotiating with your excuses. Let that sink in. Change doesn't come easy. It comes when you stop negotiating with your excuses. If you say you're going to do something, do it. That also helps you to build your self-esteem. So I'm going to say it again. Change doesn't come easy. It comes when you stop negotiating with your excuses. Anyway, that is the video for today. If you made it this far, thank you. Thank you for your time. And as usual, I will see you in the next one. Bye.